Today's video is brought to you by Mixo cables. These premium cables feature a custom TPU jacket with increased copper wire thickness. This makes for an extremely durable cable and coil that will withstand the test of time. Their current feature theme is Phantom Purple and it looks absolutely amazing on all of my keyboards. These high quality cables are currently on sale from $30 to $40 with free shipping, so order yours today while supplies last. Links in the description below if you're interested. The Wooden-Geek GK61 is a great option for a custom keyboard. It has a unique typing feel and sound signature with its wooden case. The starting retail price is $144.99. However, it is currently on sale and I've seen the price fluctuate quite a bit. This GK61 comes with a PCB that is hot-swappable, meaning you can easily change switches without soldering. It also features RGB SMD lighting with multiple lighting effects. We're going to be unboxing this today and I'll also give you guys my first impressions. Special thanks to Banggood for sending this one out. In addition to his keyboard, we'll be using Razer's PBT Keycap upgrade set. And to showcase the unique feel and sound of this board, we're going to be using Kailh Jade Clicky switches. Let's go ahead and get started. Inside the box, you have the keyboard itself, some product documentation, a braided Type-C USB cable, a split spacebar module, and some cheap keycap and switch pullers. Let's go ahead and take a look at the keyboard. The keyboard itself is wrapped in a plastic sleeve. Inside, you'll notice an insert regarding the install of the switches, and that's pretty much it. Here's a first look at the keyboard, and I have to say I'm quite impressed with the finish. Going in, I wasn't sure if the wood was going to hold up very well, but the edges are really smooth and there aren't any scratches. It honestly looks as clean and refined as any plastic or aluminum case out there. The wooden casing is made of one piece and the construction is very solid. There isn't anything particularly special about the design. It's pretty simple and safe. The corners are rounded, the bezels aren't too thick or thin, the sides are flat, and so is the bottom. There's really nothing to be seen here other than these black rubber feet, which are pretty grippy and do serve their function quite well. You can adjust the 6-degree typing angle on this keyboard, but I found this angle to be quite comfortable on other keyboards. Overall, if you're into minimalistic designs, this keyboard should be right up your alley. On the back left-hand side of the keyboard, you have a Type-C USB port. It is pretty recessed, and just a word of caution, it may not fit your USB cable, but it does fit my Mixo cables just fine, and it worked really well with my new Ducky Frozen Llama Permacord. The aluminum plate is painted white, so it should be reflective and provide for some lustrous RGB lighting. One of the unique things about this plate is that there is a cutout to replace the spacebar module. You can add 2 additional keys here for further customization if you're interested in adding more macros or layouts. The included stabilizers are fairly basic, but they are lubed from the factory. The PCB features RGB SMD LEDs that are north facing, so they should be compatible with most backlit keycaps. Thankfully, the hot swap sockets are of the 5-pin design, so there won't be any need to modify your 5-pin switches as you would need to with PCBs with 3-pin sockets. Now, the switches that we'll be using today are the Kailh Jades. These switches have a thick click bar and are a pretty popular option for clicky switches. Let's go ahead and install them. The Kailh Jades have a total travel distance of 3.6 millimeters, an actuation point of 1.8 millimeters, and an operating force of about 50 grams. These switches have incredible tactile feedback and a deep, satisfying click. Let's go ahead and have a listen. If you like heavier switches, there is a Kailh Navy switch that is also available. Moving on to the keycaps, I chose Razer's PBT Keycap upgrade set for this custom keyboard for numerous reasons. I think it'll be really accessible for most users. You can find it at your local Best Buy. It comes with a full set of PBT keycaps and I think it's a phenomenal value at $30. We're going to be using the Mercury white version here, but they also have classic black, quartz pink, and razor green options available. The wooden GK61 has a standard layout, so these keycaps will fit perfectly. Let's go ahead and install them. So here's a quick look at the keycaps. I think the Mercury white color and thin font fit the theme really well. These keycaps are double shot PBT, so you shouldn't encounter any fading or permanent shine like you might find on cheaper ABS keycaps. The legends here are also shine through, so we'll get to see how well the RGB performs on this keyboard later in the video. One of my favorite things about these keycaps is the texture. The PBT has a nice grainy feel. It's noticeably less slippery compared to ABS and even other PBT keycaps. I can definitely see these keycaps performing well with gaming. Razer advertises extra thick walls, and honestly I can attest to that here, as these walls are definitely among the thickest that I've ever measured on any production keyboard. The centering on these keycaps are actually quite good. On cheaper sets you'll notice that the keys aren't straight and lined up very well. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the RGB. The LEDs are not as bright as some of the best in this segment, but they are definitely more than enough and I'm very content with it. The white backplate does a great job in reflecting and diffusing the RGB. One thing that I couldn't really notice before applying the switches and keycaps is that this keyboard has a floating key design. With the RGB on, it looks like the keys are floating a bit. I think this design looks amazing, but it's definitely a personal preference. As far as RGB functions go, you have the same standard customizations on board as you might find on other GK61s, and they are accessed by using the FN key paired with other keys. You can adjust the brightness using P and open bracket, while the effect speed can be changed with colon and quotation mark. To cycle through the 9 different RGB modes, you can use the close bracket and backslash keys. Overall, I'm very pleased with the RGB, but I think the most significant thing about this wooden keyboard is its feel and sound. Incoming sound test right about now. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about my overall experience typing on this wooden GK61. The typing experience on these Kailh Jades is absolutely incredible. The tactile and audible feedback with the click bar in these Jade switches is unparalleled. It feels that amazing. For the wooden casing, the sound is unlike any other keyboard. It has a very nice warm tone and resonation that definitely sets it apart from plastic and metal keyboards. Another thing that is special about this board is that there is no pinging sound no matter how hard you hit the keys. It just doesn't exist. The stabilizers also surprise me. As I mentioned before, they are lubed from the factory and it's really obvious when you type on it. Let's go ahead and talk about the software. If you haven't seen my other HK Gaming GK61 video, the software is virtually identical and it comes with all the standard customization options. You can record macros and configure keybinds for 3 different layers, and there's also a section devoted to just light effects. However, it's not very intuitive and there are no instructions in the box or on the website. Now onto some of my negatives. I have none. Honestly, I have to get really nitpicky to find something I don't like about this board. My Cine USB cables didn't fit into the recessed port, but on the other hand, when you do have a cable that does fit, the end result looks really clean, like the cable is actually part of the board and not something extra sticking out. I would say that the RGB could be brighter, but I don't think the RGB is the main focus of this board. For me, the main thing I wanted to experience was a keyboard with a different typing feel and sound, and the wooden GK61 just executes. This thing is a total joy to type on. I just wish they would come out with a 65% version of it. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the video. Overall, the wooden GK61 has my highest recommendation for anyone looking for a custom keyboard with a unique typing experience and sound signature. If you're interested in any of the products in the video and would like to support the channel, please check out my affiliate links in the description below. As always, if you have any questions at all, drop a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button and support the channel by subscribing. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I gotta go eat some rice. This is Little Rice Muncher Gaming, signing off. Thanks.